Hi, Candace McCool here. Thanks so much for joining me. I am super excited about bringing you today's video because you're going to get to see a DEXA scan. And not only that, but you'll get to see how on this peak week, I am creating meals to meet my macros goals. I also share with you some very personal information about how I am dealing with mom guilt. And if you are a mom and you work outside the house and you've got other things going on, you probably have experienced this as well. And so I'm showing you kind of a little insight into my life and how I'm personally dealing with that while I go through peak week. So stay tuned. I am here about to get a DEXA scan, and what that is going to do is show me how much of my body composition is muscles, bones, and fat, what my water composition looks like. Now, I am going to be very honest, I really wanted to do this fasted. But because I need to check in 3 times a day with my coach, I went ahead and did my cardio this morning, and I was starving after that. So I did have my protein shake, and then after that I was still hungry, and so I went ahead and had my cream of rice that I mix with peanut butter, cinnamon, a little bit of Truvia, just to sweeten it a little bit, and then some blueberries. And so I'm really hoping that it will sit light on my stomach and not skew the results too much. My coach, Adam Atkinson at See You Later Leaner, he says that he doesn't really change anything about my programming or my macros based on the results of this DEXA scan, but I personally want to know what it is. And so that's why I'm going to go ahead and do it, just for my own knowledge. I wanted to take a second while I'm waiting to go in, because it's not quite my appointment time yet, and just talk about how I kind of feel like this bikini prep, especially this last week, I kind of feel very selfish. And that's something that I'm really having to deal with because, you know, as a mom, you're all about your child, you're all about your family. If you're married, you're all about, you know, your husband and making sure that he has what he needs. And this week I feel like, well, even really it started last week, because I was actually late getting my video out last week because my daughter was sick, and my husband, y'all, I am married to an amazing man. He stepped up, he took off work to take care of her so that I was able to focus on a lot of my fitness things that I need to get done. And be able to get into the gym, because I couldn't take her with me. You know, summer, the kids are out, so she's stuck to me like glue. And instead of me waiting until after he got home from work to try to work out at night, which I don't do well on, I know my body and I don't do well working out super late at night, he stayed home with her, and he has been pretty much the primary caregiver all last week. And then I work Saturday and Sundays, so I wasn't able to be there to help take care of her. And so he does all of my editing for all of these YouTube videos. So without him, you guys would not be able to see my journey except through maybe like pictures on Instagram. And y'all, I'm so bad at technology. I'm just fumbling my way even through the stories features on social media. So for him to stay up until midnight at night trying to get these videos out for you, I am so appreciative. And I say all of that to say I'm dealing with a lot of selfishness because I'm not used to taking time for this kind of time for me, because prepping, you know, all I had to do was meal prep and strength train. But now we're down to the wire, and it's a 1.5 years in the making for this one day of show competition. And I just want to make sure that it goes as smoothly as it can, and that I'm not doing anything at the last minute that may hurt my my physique, or maybe I'm not putting in the effort that I need to in order to take a top spot, which of course, you know, it's my first show. I'm not expecting anything, but you always want to do the best that you can do and bring the best package that you can. And so mentally, I'm feeling great. Physically, I'm feeling great. But emotionally, I feel like I'm taking too much time for myself to prepare for this. And that's just something that I'm struggling with internally. And, you know, of course, James does not make me feel like that at all. He is bending over backwards to make sure that this is smooth sailing for peak week, and I'm just so appreciative of that. But
all right, so quick cut. She has no idea I'm doing this. I'm literally watching her video talking about this, where she's saying that she worries because she's putting a lot of stress on me. For all the other husbands out there, guys, any way that you can serve your partner, your woman, is a love language. This is my love language. It makes her happy, even if it is long hours, something I'm uncomfortable doing, not used to, figuring it out along the way. It's still awesome because I see the joy in her face when she sees what we've created together. And so, yeah, I just wanted to put the quick pause on here, add my own little thing. A little bit out of my comfort zone, but that's okay. This is what we're looking like just about every night right now, especially in peak week. I'm going to show you guys real quick. This is the editing zone, also her recording zone when she's talking to the camera. So yes, stop. It's not too much of a load. We're in this together. Excited for peak week. She's going to do great. See you guys later.
I do want to bring that up because a lot of this video is about how does a busy mom compete in a bikini competition. And I really feel like this is one aspect that I was not even thinking of. It wasn't even on my radar because it didn't feel selfish. It felt like I was putting in the time and effort. This is something that I enjoy. It's my passion. And so it was something that I was doing for myself, which is very important to do. But here in the last 2 weeks, because Logan has been sick, which she's feeling better, by the way, she's been fever-free for a few days. So hallelujah for that. She's finally starting to eat and feel better. And that makes me feel a whole lot better. But just knowing that these last 2 weeks have put so much on my husband, that kind of guilt is kind of getting to me. But other than that, I feel good. So I just need to make a mental check that I need to make sure I'm being nice, make sure I'm going above and beyond for him, and then we'll make it through this. I'm going to get this DEXA scan, and if they allow me to, I will film it for you.
Okay, well you can just go ahead and lay down head top, and then I'll just get you kind of adjusted. You're perfect. So scoot up just a tad for me. Alright. Checking you're done. Okay, make sure you're in my parameters. You're perfect. Okay. You're made for this, like you've done it before. Alright, so I'm going to do one kind of strength sting. I'm going to take your feet, so it helps kind of elongate all of your legs so that we can get every little piece in there that we need. So I'm going to have you put them together. I want you to put your toes together. So just your toes, make like a triangle, like that. And then I'm going to put some tape around it so it's kind of awkward to hold that position for 3 minutes. Does that feel okay to you? Yeah. Okay. Put your hands in a little closer. Alright, that looks great. You feel okay? Yep. Alright, so your only job right now is to relax. Keep your eyes closed because it does have a little laser. I don't want it to get in your eyeballs. Okay. So you're going to hear it make kind of some funky noises. It's totally normal. It's going to do 3 passes, one on the left, right, and the middle to get the full composition. And that's it. So we're going to go ahead and get started if you're ready. I'm ready. All right, here we go. So you can talk, just don't move. How many kids do you have?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. So you're doing this for all the moms out there?
I am.
That's awesome. Well, I'll be coming to check you out.
It's in 5 days this weekend.
Oh, that's awesome. Where is it in Alabama?
Yes, it's in Tuscaloosa.
Okay. Oh, that's really, really cool. Motivating for me. So as soon as the table's done moving, you can go and get up.
All right.
Not too bad, huh?
That DEXA scan was so neat. I'm so glad that I did it. Even though it's not going to change anything that the coach decides he's going to program for me or change my macros, for me personally, I wanted to see what all of my efforts for this last year and a half have been, and boy did I get my answers. So I think the best thing is just going to be able to hold this up so you can kind of see what she shared with me. She didn't want to be on camera because she's a doctor and HIPAA privacy violation, so that I totally understand. I am going to try to do this to the best of my ability. So this right here is going to show you what my fat, muscle, and bone looks like. The fat is going to be in yellow, the muscle is in that pink color, and then the blue is my bone density. As you can see, I have no yellow. I asked her, I said, where am I holding my fat? I don't see any yellow on here. And she said, that's because you have no fat. You have a thin line that's basically holding your skin to your muscles, and that was it. And that's what you want when you are stage lean. I won't always stay like this. In fact, she wanted to point out that my fat percentage, my fat mass, you want between 5 and 9, and I am at 3.08. And if you refer to this little chart right here, I don't know if you can read that or not, but what it says is severe fat deficit is under 3.5. And we want to be more in the mild fat deficit, which is 4 to 5. I will not stay, obviously, in this fat deficit for long. I will reverse out of this after my show because in the long run, it could cause issues down the line. So, but for my goals, for bodybuilding, it's an extreme sport and I'm going all out being extreme. She said my body fat percentage was actually 15.7, and the DEXA scan is supposed to be the most precise test that you can get. More precise than your in-body scans and getting into the fitness pod and doing the little handheld, body analyzer and doing the calibration where they pinch your skin. All of that is less superior to this DEXA scan. So she said my body fat is sitting at 5.7. I have a total of, in pounds, 16.29 pounds of fat. So basically 16 pounds of fat in my entire body. I have lean muscle tissue. I have 87.75 pounds. So basically 88 pounds of lean muscle. That gives me a total of 104 pounds according to this DEXA scan, and I think that's really good. I mean, I'm sitting right where I need to be competitive on stage, at least in my opinion. She said I really can't get any more leaner than I am right now, and so I think this is just a really great thing, just a useful tool to have in my repertoire if I ever decide to go beyond the NPC and try for nationals, or maybe even try for the pros, to be able to see maybe 6 months down the road, how is my body composition changing and if I can improve on these numbers or not. And if I don't do that, well, that's okay too, because I now know the culmination of all my hard work over the last year and a half. So I just wanted to share that with you. I'm super excited, and I'll catch you guys later. I have now gotten to the gym and I'm about to go inside and do a glute workout. My coach does not want me to hit it really super hard. He just wants me to go through the motions, have a good workout, get a good little pump in, but not try to shred any muscles, because honestly, this week is not about building anymore. Everything that I've done up until this point has been about that. Now it's about maintaining and pushing all of that glycogen out into my muscles to make them big and full and make me look fantastic on stage. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do any extra stair climber like I have been doing. I am just going to do my 30-minute steady state cardio that he's prescribed, and that is it, because he has not led me astray so far. I am 100% trusting him to get me where I need to be on stage. After I get through with the gym, I'm going to go do a Target pickup, and because I've got to get a couple of things basically to last me the rest of the week and to meal prep into the show day, so that I have what I need and I'm not reaching for something that's off my plan. It is way too close to be going off plan right now. So I'm gonna do that Target pickup and then get back home, because my mom has actually come and watched Logan while I went to get the DEXA scan and while I'm working out. It takes a village to raise a child, and especially a sick child. So I am super, super blessed to have family that loves Logan and is there to be able to pick up the slack and be able to allow me to do this for myself and for my family too. I mean, ultimately it is for our family, because when you do something good for yourself, it just comes back on your family as well. So anyway, this is an exciting time. So I'm gonna get in there and get that workout in, and then basically all I'll have is my meals, and then I will check in one more time with my coach tonight, and we'll be done. It'll be the next day. Logan, do you want to come and say hey to the camera?
Yes, I do. Oh, you do, Mom. Oh,
There,
hi, Mom.
right there. Can you say
Hi.
hi? Wave to him.
Hi.
Give him a thumbs up.
Hi.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me today through the DEXA scan and the check-ins and the food prep. I really appreciate it. Like this video, subscribe so that you can know when my next video is posted, and we are that much closer to the Clash at the Capstone. I am so excited, and I will see you next time.